Today we are at the Chrysler display with the 200 Chrysler. It's a 2015 and I have Andy Love here to give us some specs and some numbers. So Andy, tell me something about this brand new look with the Chrysler 200.
Yeah, we're very excited. I mean, this car is all new for 2015, redesigned from the in and out. We started with an Alfa Romeo, chassis, so it's a great handling car.
Yes.
We have a standard 9-speed transmission, only one in the segment with a 9-speed standard. And with our 2.4-liter engine, you get 36 miles per gallon with this car standard, which is a fantastic entry point on this car.
Yes.
You can also opt up to our award-winning Pentastar, our 3.6-liter V6, puts out 295 horse, which is also tops in the segment, and 32 miles per gallon. So you're not really giving up a lot of efficiency for all that horsepower as well.
So what's the torque on this vehicle?
On the entry-level trim, it's right around 180. On the 3.6-liter, it's 260.
So this is a really good family sedan for people that want a little bit of sport in them.
Yeah, I mean, this is the largest segment in the country. Almost 1 out of every 6 or 7 cars is a mid-sized vehicle. So this is a very important vehicle for us and for families as well. Yeah, one of the unique things with this car is our interior. It really stands out, and one of the key reasons for that is we have a standard rotary dial E-shift. It's the first full application of a full E-shift in any one of the Chrysler vehicles. And what that does for us is two things. One, it takes up much less space, right? The traditional shifter takes up about the size of a shoebox. This takes up the size of a fist. And allows us to do two things. One, it allows us to put all the controls where they should be, right? Not where they have to be. So everything is really in hand's reach. When you put your arm on the armrest, all the redundant controls for the radio are right there. Two, it allows us to completely open up the center console, where traditionally it's just packaging for the shifter. Now we have a center pass-through that actually, women can put their purse down there. And we also have shiftable cup holders that actually shift back to open up a hidden media center underneath. So, we have the most in-car storage in the class as a result, and an interior that's also very ergonomic and user-friendly.
Understand the new trim. What made Chrysler slim down from the 2013 and 14?
Well, we've been working on this for quite a while, right? And this is the biggest segment. We know the importance of being, strong in this segment to get customers into your fold in this segment. So we've been working on this for years. I've been working on this for almost 3 years to get this to market, and we knew how important this was. That's why it was basically all new from the ground up.
And the demographics for this vehicle is outrageous because I don't see any one age driving this vehicle.
No, it's since it's the biggest segment, it's also what we call bimodal. So what happens is you get a ton of people when they're young. Maybe it's their first new car. They come into the segment. Maybe they just got married. And then you kind of lose them in the middle when they have a ton of kids and maybe they need a bigger vehicle, an SUV. And then you get them back later in life as empty nesters when they need a mid-sized car, small car, compact's too small, a large car's too big. So you kind of have to cater to both ends of the spectrum with the vehicle.
So this is the entry level, and I heard that they're doing a sports?
Yeah, well, actually, this is our 200S model right here, which is actually doing really well. It was about 32% of our sales last month. And on this car, it's all blacked out exterior, unique sports seat interior, paddle shifters, sport mode. This part of the segment is really growing to the point where it's getting close to our volume trim.
4-cylinder turbocharged or 6?
You have a standard 4-cylinder, and then you can upgrade to our 3.6-liter V6.
Wow, I'm impressed. So give me some of the technology.
One of the unique things we have on this car is an all-wheel drive system, and it's a fully disconnecting system, and we're the only ones in the industry in our segment with that.
What do you mean by disconnect system?
So obviously it's normally a front-wheel drive car. So with the all-wheel drive system, it disconnects in 2 places. So it doesn't spin the rear wheels if it doesn't have to. So if it's 65 degrees out and nice out, you're not going to be using that extra power and extra gas to power the back wheels. It automatically shuts off, and then as soon as it detects wheel slippage or temperature drops below 40 or your windshield wipers come on detecting rain, it automatically turns on to give you that better traction.
How is that affecting gas mileage?
Well, obviously it's one of the best systems out there because it doesn't spin. Normally what happens is you're always spinning the back wheels, right? Because you can't fully turn it off. With this one you can fully turn it off, so you don't have that huge loss in efficiency between a front-wheel drive and a all-wheel drive vehicle.
Is it manual or automatic?
It's completely automatic. The customer, it's completely seamless. Customer customer does not turn it on or off. You can turn it on all the time if you want to with the sport mode, but normally you just leave it in drive. It'll turn on whenever it needs it. There's like 14 different trigger points on the car to turn it on in a split second.
Will I feel it as I'm driving? Will it trigger something to make the car slower, or?
No, I mean, it turns on so seamlessly that you're really not going to know when it's on or off. I mean, obviously you're going to get better traction, so if you're in the snow, and I mean, if it's 20 degrees, it's pretty much going to be on most of the time anyway, so you're not going to feel it cycling on, cycling off. It's very seamless.
Wow, so one thing that I've been noticing about Chrysler, they have always been trying to upgrade their brand, and sometimes it's a hit or miss. But when it's a hit, it's a really big hit, like with the 300 and the 200 and their new Caravans too.
Yeah, no, I mean, this car has done really well for us. We just we just announced our March sales is the #1 sales month ever for this car.
I know Automotive has just talked about it too.
Yeah, I know. So it's been a real big success for us. You know, we're basically a year into the launch and it's still climbing. So this car is doing really well, and I think it's really a testament to what the engineers, designers, and everyone did to really get into the details of this car. Whether it's inside, out, technology, the radios. I mean, we have, I think, some of the best radios in the business. So,
well, I have to tell you, one of our foreign dealerships, and which is not a dealership, but one of our foreign, how can I say, TV shows, Top Gear, loves this vehicle, and they don't give anybody great marks. And I can't actually say what marks they gave them, but he actually said he actually liked the car.
Yeah. Well, Top Gear's tough, I'm going to miss Top Gear.
Me too.
Yeah, it's killing me that it's not going to be on air, but that's a whole other story. No, it's done really well everywhere, and the press continually likes it. We continue to win awards around the country right now. We're taking it on regional press tours right now, and having like an all-wheel drive allows us to win, things in the Rockies, or it really has allowed us to grow around the country.
So are we going to see one of these in NASCAR?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Oh man, that's gonna suck.
Yeah. Well, hey, what are you gonna do? Can't be in everything, right?
Well, Andy, thank you very much. This is Motorhead, and this is Andy talking about the Chrysler 200. He had more information than I had. I'm mad about that. But once again, hey now, some mile. This is Motorhead, and this is Andy. Thank you.
Absolutely.